Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Abdullah Said. Today, inshallah, we're going to speak together about Sura Alfeel. Alfeel means the elephant, and this surah is very important because, like, in the same year of the accident, Muhammad was born. And the same year actually was called by Alfeel, the elephant, according to this accident. So, what happened exactly? There was a man who was called Abraha al-Habashi. That man was Christian, and he didn't like seeing people visit AlKaaba each year. So he built his own church, very big church, and he started asking people to visit his church instead of AlKaaba. But no one visited his church. And not only this, but also some people went to his church and they threw rubbish inside his church. So when Abraha al-Habashi saw that rubbish inside his church, he was furious and he decided to destroy AlKaaba. So he took his army and he consisted the army of some elephants. Those elephants are trained to destroy buildings made of stones. So he took the army and decided to go to destroy AlKaaba. Before he enters Mecca, he thought that the army of Mecca will fight him and try to defend their holy house, which is AlKaaba, and so on. But the thing is, when he started getting into AlKaaba or moving towards Mecca at the beginning, the leader of AlKaaba of Mecca, who was the grandfather of Muhammad ﷺ, was the leader of Mecca at that time. So he went to meet Abraha al-Habashi and speak together. So at the beginning, Abraha thought that Abd al-Muttalib will speak to him and asking him not to destroy AlKaaba. But Abd al-Muttalib said so strange words and very strong words. He said, "Oh Abraha, if you want to go and destroy AlKaaba, so we will not stop you. We are not gonna try to stop you. Just go to AlKaaba, but on one condition: do not destroy any of our houses. And for us, we will leave the country for you and just stand on the mountains around Mecca or around AlKaaba." So Abraham thought that was very strange. Then he started speaking to Abd al-Muttalib saying, "I thought you will try to stop me destroying AlKaaba and so on. Isn't it your holy house?" He said, "Actually, those houses are our houses, and defending those houses is our responsibility. But the house that you want to destroy is not our house. It's the house of Allah, and the one who is responsible for defending that house is Allah. So go and face Allah." And then Abdul Muttalib left. So Abraham thought that was so strange, but he insisted on destroying AlKaaba. So all the people of Mecca were on the mountains looking at Abraha and his army moving towards AlKaaba. So can you imagine that? In the afternoon, in the desert, all the people are so afraid and they cannot move a muscle, they cannot face Abraha and his army. So they were just looking from the mountains to the army of Abraha and moving towards AlKaaba to destroy it. And then the elephants moved forward at the beginning of the army. So the trainer took the biggest animal, the biggest elephant, who is the leader of the rest of the elephants, and he started moving him towards AlKaaba. But suddenly, when he was about to touch AlKaaba and destroy it, the elephant stopped. So all the people started looking. What's going on? All the army, Abraha, and the people of Mecca started looking. Why did the elephant stop? Then the trainer tried to move the elephant in any other direction so the elephant moves easily. But when he tries again to make the elephant move towards AlKaaba and destroy it, the elephant stops. And suddenly, in the afternoon, they found that the sky turned to be a black sky. The rays from the sun didn't reach to the land of Mecca in the afternoon. It was completely dark. And then they heard a very loud noise. So all the people started looking up at the sky. What's going on? Why is the sky so black? It's not night yet. So they found that Allah sent flocks of birds, and each bird had a stone of hard clay, and then those birds started throwing those stones that comes from Jahannam upon those armies. So can you imagine that? A whole army, like thousands of people, they couldn't run because the sky were full of flocks of birds. And whenever one of those stones touches one of those disbelievers or one of that army, they are dead on the spot immediately without moving a muscle. They die on the spot. And by this way, Allah defended His holy house, which is AlKaaba, against any disbeliever who wants to destroy AlKaaba. And by the way, as I told you, in the same year Muhammad ﷺ was born after the accident, and that year was called by the year of the elephant. So thank you very much for your precious time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.